boy, Heaven Hollywood, back on IE Network, and this is the Heaven Hollywood Report, and let's get to it. Shout out to my sponsor, in case you didn't know, that's icydk.blog. Check them out for all the backstories in celebrity gossips, the biggest stories, past, current, and future. So let's get to it. We're talking about Dua Lipa and Cardi B in this segment. We'll start off. Dua Lipa is leaving her management, Tap Music, after several years being in business with them. Dua Lipa is leaving her management, and she is currently seeking new management. Now, I've been noticing that Dua Lipa has been spending a lot of time around Megan Thee Stallion as of late. So she's looking for new management. Do not be surprised if it is announced that Roc Nation will be taking over Dua Lipa. And let me tell you why I think that would be the best fit. Because Roc Nation is a brand that doesn't do well with new artists. They do much better with artists that are already established. So they're not great at developing artists. So all of the artists that need development, if you look at it, Roc Nation doesn't really benefit them. But Dua Lipa's already established. She's already an international star. And that's the type of artist that Roc Nation fares better with. And on the other note, Megan Thee Stallion might be, actually, if Megan Thee Stallion is one of the reasons that Dua Lipa gets over the Roc Nation, she might actually be bringing in her replacement if this trial does not go her way. Dua Lipa is the perfect star to take over the reins from Megan Thee Stallion. I'm not saying that this trial isn't going to go Megan's way, and I always believe that Tory Lanez is going to be the case will be dismissed, but I believe it'll be dismissed and gag orders will be put so that way Megan doesn't look like the bad person, and they're just going to dismiss it so Tory doesn't get in trouble. But I believe that Dua Lipa will be, Roc Nation is the best fit for her. If not, you could see her wind up with under the dude who what's the dude's name who manages Ariana Grande? His name slips my mind for right now. But the guy that also manages Justin Bieber. So we could see that as well. But I think Roc Nation, she's been to the Roc Nation brunch before as well. She knows Beyonce. She has a relationship with Jay-Z. So I could definitely see Dua Lipa being over at Roc Nation. We'll keep an eye on that. Next up, Cardi B. So Pardison was on Big Boy Neighborhood, and he basically said, I want to end all these rumors. Cardi B writes her own music. I'm just there in the studio. She's comfortable with me, and I'll tell her, no, you should switch this with that, or say this word instead of that word. And then she feels comfortable with me. So if I'm there to help my friend, if I can help my friend, why not help her? Right? But she writes, she has her own ideas, and she writes all her own lyrics to start off, and then we'll switch words around. And this is the exact thing that I've been telling people, especially, I've been telling people from the beginning when it comes to these rappers. Cardi B had mixtapes out before she was signed. So who do you think was writing the lyrics to all those raunchy songs when she had mixtape songs? Cardi B was writing those lyrics. So I don't understand why it's so hard for people to believe that Cardi B writes the lyrics to these songs. It's not like these songs are barring people to death. I mean, y'all act like Cardi B's song is packed with lyricism and punchlines and metaphors. So when you hear the lyrics to her songs, I don't understand why people think that it's just so lyrical that there's no way she could have wrote the words to them. I told people before that, for people who've never been in a studio, Nicki Minaj made a comment the other day that pretty much stands with a lot of stuff. If you don't know what you're talking about, just STFU. I have been in the studio, like I've told people in the past. I've been in the studio and physically watched Safari change one word in Did It on him, and he got a credit. He got a executive producer credit or producer credit on the song when he literally just said, "Say I ain't talking about Phoenix." Only in my sons, and I ain't talking about Phoenix. And then Nicki took it from there after I ain't talking about Phoenix, and then filled out the rest. And he still got a credit. That's all you need to do on a song is give them one word. So when you see all these different names of writers, it doesn't mean that all of them wrote out the bars. If you're not physically in the studio looking at what's going on, you don't know who wrote what. But most of the time, if you're a rapper, the rapper's coming up with the majority of those words. Right? Unless you're a kid, unless you're, 10, 11 years old. Like when Lil Bow Wow was 11, of course, he wasn't writing those bars. Right? So, when you have writers in the studio with you, everybody's responsible for a different portion. But if you see that rapper's name in those lyrics, then majority of the time, the rapper's coming up with most of the words. And then your team just fixes, adds in and changes this here and puts this here. That's basically what a writing team does. So this is what I'm telling people. If you're not in the studio and you've never been in a recording session, then you have no idea what you're talking about. And unless you actually physically see it, you cannot say who's writing what. So, of course, all the people who hate Cardi B, they're going to say, "Oh, Pardison's just sticking up for her." But again, you've never been in a recording studio. So, you don't know who writes what. Like I said, if you change one word around, you're going to get a writing credit. That's just the way it works. And in those writing credits, it doesn't say, Pardison Fontaine wrote 5% of it. I'd be honest with you. I wish the credits were broken down of how much percentage did each person write. Maybe with all the changes that they make in the music industry, maybe one day they'll make that change. It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this video with your friends.